point where we're working our way up the hill right now, so we just wanted to recognize that. I just wanted to introduce our Area 5 Supervisor, District 5 Supervisor, Nathan Magsig, and ask him to say a few words.
You know, I have chills right now as I look around at all of your faces. Many of you have been volunteering at Clovis Hills Church for weeks, and this fire has been devastating to our mountain communities. But I have hope. I'm encouraged by the fact that so many people are coming together. Many times we see tragedies like this and people choose to just kind of do their own thing and stay away. But here in Fresno County, here in eastern Fresno County, we have come together and we are mountain strong. We have Amy Machado here, who I've known for a long time. We went to high school together. She and her husband, of course, are one of many different people who have come together and found ways to raise money to help those individuals who maybe didn't have insurance. Those businesses that need help to rebuild. They're selling these shirts. Many of you are wearing them, and as you know, the proceeds are going to go to help us rebuild our mountain communities. But today, as we kind of pass the torch to Sierra Unified School District and their foundation, I first want to say thank you to Clovis Hills Church and to Pastor Shawn. Of course, I'm preaching to the choir here today because I would imagine 75% of you go to that church. But I'm mindful of this. I'm mindful of this fact, that Jesus Christ, how he made the greatest impact was not by writing a letter and sending someone on their way. He went right to where there was a need. And he healed people with his own hands because he was God. And as a church, as a community, we are called to be God's hands and feet. And God only asks us to make ourselves available. Clovis Hills Church has made itself available. And I want to say thank you for the lives that you've touched, helping people to rebuild those lives and giving them a place to stay when they didn't know where to go. So with that, help me welcome our pastor. Thank you.
Well, normally when I get a microphone, I'm up here for 30 minutes and we'll have an offering at the end. But I just, one of the things that it's just been a blessing in a time like this where everyone's so divided, that a community can come together. And we just laid down our phones and our news and we just roll up our sleeves and start serving one another. And that you're never more like Jesus than when you're serving another person. At the pinnacle of his power, it says in the book of John, the Father had given him all authority on earth. The next thing he did is he got up and he put a towel around his waist and he washed his disciples' feet. And that's what you guys are doing. And it's been an honor, and we'll continue to work with the distribution center up here. But it's been an honor, and I'm a Flatlander, and I had someone say to me, they say, "Hey, you're not so bad for a Flatlander."
Use the turnouts, please.
Yes, use the turnouts. I drive too slow, all that, I know. But it's just been an honor to work with you guys, and we look forward to helping you guys rebuild. So God bless you. We're not gonna pass a torch though, because not during fire season. We're gonna pass a baton, and there you go.
That baton, of course, is going to be passed to Sierra Unified School District and their foundation. And I'd like the superintendent of our school district to come up and just share a little bit, some words of wisdom. And I'm going to step down so we can social distance.
Thank you. Guys, great to see faces. I've told the story several times that I started working here in 2016. And one of my first days coming to Foothill, I went because there was a fire going on then. And in the band room, it was full of small farm animals. And the people started coming and showing up. And one of the things they said to me is, I said, well, what happens with the large animals? They said, oh, you know what we do is we cut fence because they know what to do. And we learned last week they do know what to do, even to get from Huntington all the way down if they need to. But what I learned is that metaphor of cut fence, that's what we do whenever there's struggle. We all cut fence and come together as a mountain community, and we are mountain strong together. I am so proud and honored to watch, observe, listen, and learn about the ways our people literally save towns themselves, going out themselves to help work with our fire people to help save our mountain. We had people who called in people left and right they didn't know to help them and bring them in. And on one phone call, Clovis Hills invited us to have our district office in their youth room and start welcoming and caring for our people. And we had members of our community. We learned last week after calling every single family that 80% of our families in the community were displaced. We think nearly 20% will have lost their homes as we get through this. And our families who were in challenge themselves, they showed up to donate to others, because that's what Sierra Unified does. And we are so thankful to Justice and all the volunteers. The Sierra Foundation was founded with the idea that it's going to take money from the community and get it to the kids. And that's what the Sierra Foundation is going to do. We have over 200 volunteers helping us out the next couple days, taking in donations, getting them out. Thanks to all our partners and all the coordinators. And thank you so much to Supervisor Magsig for keeping us informed and being a partner with us on the mountain. And it doesn't matter, Pastor Shawn, if you're a flatlander or whoever you are, because we know that we're mountain strong together. Yep. And we're going to take this one day at a time. And today is a day to come together and take the next step. We brought the baton up the mountain, and now we got the donations, and it's time to get them to everybody involved. So thank you, Justice. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. And we are mountain strong.
One other thing, I would be remiss if I did not mention this. JD Foods, they're helping the community in a big way. You see this truck here from producers? They sent this up. They're helping the community in a big way. These are local folks. Even though they aren't from the mountain areas, they recognize that we are one Fresno county. And so I love it that they have not only donated goods and services, but they're going to be there for us as we continue to rebuild. So remember them, because they're helping out in a big way. So again, thank you. And Justice, do you want to close us out?
Glad to, thanks. I grew up elsewhere. I was married into this mountain and grafted into this community, and I can see why there's multiple generations here. It's become home, and I've been blessed to be able to work and get to know a lot of you. A lot of folks are asking me who's in charge of what we're doing here, and the answer is I don't know. The community, it's the church, it's our friends, it's the small businesses, it's everybody pitching together and coming together and acting like a community should, and coming together in strength. And we'll be back. And the road to get there is by helping our small businesses to succeed. And so I just wanted to highlight a quick story. Hey, our friends at Cressman's, we love them. They're going to be great. But you've probably never heard of Mark's Plumbing. You might not know Kane and Gonzalez and how hard that family works, and that they lost their inventory, they lost equipment, they lost their shed. Mark and his wife Beaty lost their home. When we reached out and started working together with the community, working with M&M, we're going to be able to place a storage container in their possession almost immediately. When I shared their story with a friend that's a plumber in Santa Barbara, and he's got a place up there in Shaver, Jones Plumbing, he gave me a t-shirt. He's already on the phone working the network over there in his community, and he's going to stock that thing. So when we're done here helping the community, we're going to help Mark's Plumbing to get back in the community, because we can't rebuild without our small businesses. We're already taking those first steps. And you've got Shaver Logworks, and you've got Tommy's Paint Company, and you've got Elming Tree Service, and you have all of these different businesses that you see them on the soccer jersey. Tommy's Paint Company has donated the soccer paint every year. I wish he'd do the painting, but he's committed to paint every one of these sea trains that M&M Screen Printing is going to make available to small businesses. So to be able to be a small business in our community, to be mountain strong, and to literally resuscitate our small businesses and help them get up. Because just as Crestman's is going to rebuild, hopefully first, that sign of hope as everybody goes up and we grow, we heal together. Just the idea that it doesn't matter what the mountain is. And I do also want to pause and our friends in Southern California lost a fireman. It's not lost on us. And so we grieve with the fire community. Cops and firemen, we're jabbing each other all the time, but we're on the same team, and you all are on the same team with us. So we just want to say thank you from that industry. We thank you, Cal Fire. We absolutely love you. I am such a fan. I wish I could. Well, I think that concludes what we have here. We have a little break in the action with the donations. We're gonna have a lunch at Foothill. Chick-fil-A is gonna bring up some food. I think we're gonna have plenty. We're gonna shuttle down and then we're gonna get back on it because we have some other trucks coming this afternoon. So talk amongst yourselves, do what we're gonna do, and we'll figure out where we're gonna go next. Thank you guys so much.
Perfect. You ready to do Facebook Live with me? Okay.